Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Style Sans Frontières. Today I've been really enjoying the second day of a weekend, which is actually the first full weekend I've had since starting my new job at the beginning of October. And I was just relaxing and doing some yoga videos on YouTube when I suddenly thought, wow, it's been nearly 7 years since my first trip to India, and I thought it may be a good idea to show you guys the sort of things that I've bought since I've been there for my first time, my second time, and even my third time. So I'll just get straight into it and show you some of my favourite buys. I think I'll start off with my something from my first trip. It's possibly the oldest piece that I own from India, and it's this beautiful silver comb. And as you can see here at the top, there's a screw top, and apparently traditionally they used to put perfume and oil in, and then the oil would drip down the spines here, and then you'd be able to comb it through your hair, and it would go into your hair and oil it and keep it healthy and keep it in place. So I think this is possibly the most unique piece that I've brought back from India, and I absolutely adore it, and I just have it on my bedside table and have it as a beautiful ornament. The second thing that I bought this on my second trip to India. And this is just a little sort of sarong piece of cloth which I bought in Jaipur in a place called Kitty. And it's mostly really sort of for hand block printed material. But I happened to find this sort of, like I said, almost like a sarong, and it comes with, if I can find it, here we go, the corner, have these beautiful little beads at the end, so it makes it all nicely decorated, but also has these really cute little monkeys on it. And it was really, really useful because it meant that if I was wearing a strap top or something, or was going into a temple and needed to cover myself more, I could wrap it around my shoulders or put it around my waist. It kept off the sun. It meant that I was decent, like I said, in temples and things like that, and it turned out to be really useful. And then something that I bought on my third trip to India was something from Mumbai, and it's this top. I got it from a place called Bombay Electric, which is a very, very contemporary lifestyle store. So it had things from all sorts of Indian designers, very, very contemporary, very, very modern, really, really unique and special, sort of inspired by the multicultural aspects of Mumbai. And I just found it really fun, and I definitely recommend going there. It's in Mumbai, like I said, and it's just by the Gateway of India, so very, very central, very convenient. You're going to go there anyway for tourist sites, so why not pop into the store? The next thing I bought was actually on my first trip to India, and it's from Delhi, which is actually the first city that I visited ever in India. And it is this belt. So it's really, really heavy actually, but what you do for fashion. And as you can see here, it's got some beautiful sort of faux ivory elephant and lion sort of engraved decoration with lots and lots of beads. I mean, like I said, it's not going to hold your trousers up. If anything, it's going to make them fall down. But it is fun, it's beautiful, and it's just an easy way to jazz up some plain jeans or trousers. And just something a little bit unusual. And then something from, again, my first trip to India is this necklace. And I actually got it from the same place that I bought the oil comb. And it's a necklace made out of old 1 rupee coins from 1916. It's not something I wear hugely often because it is quite bold, but it is really is a talking point, and it's nice to feel that sort of redundant coins and things like that are now being seen as an art and something that you can wear every day. And then possibly, could I say this is my favourite? I'm not really sure, but it's definitely my most Indian piece and the most expensive thing that I've ever bought in India. And it was this sari. There's no way I'd ever really imagine wearing a sari, except maybe for an Indian themed dinner or anything like that. But I just wanted to own this beautiful piece of material. So I can't really tell you actually what it's made of. I'm not really sure, but it's this beautiful black and gold thread, and it's got elephants on it, it's got lions, it's got birds, it's sort of paisley leaves, and that's just the border. And then the same sort of motif goes into the main bit of the material. It's absolutely stunning. I've never worn it, but when I was at university in Sheffield, I wrapped it around my really rather dreary window curtain rail and used it as decoration. I didn't use them actually as curtains because they wouldn't cover the whole thing, but they just draped around the blind and made it look a bit more ornate, a bit more exciting. So it's one way of using a sari at least, and it's not the first time I've heard of someone doing that. So yeah, tips for when buying in India. I mean, a lot of the time people enjoy haggling and things like that, but for me I actually find that quite awkward because I always feel that as a traveller I clearly already have money than much more than what some of the locals have, so I always feel ridiculous bargaining over insignificant amount of money for me. So I always think, do I think it's worth that price regardless of relative to back home or in India? I think if I'm willing to pay that price, then that's the price I should pay. I've picked up loads of bangles and things like that in the past from India, and they're great fun. They're cheap. Sometimes they do break, but you know, when they're literally pennies to buy, then it's nothing too much to worry about. Again, of course, you can buy really, really beautiful pieces. The only thing that I can really recommend is if you're spending a significant amount of money is to try and find official stores, whether it's government sponsored ones or the ones that are in the big hotels. Like for instance, this I got from the Taj Hotel in Mumbai. So you know when they're in those sort of establishments, then they're going to be pretty legit. Otherwise, it's a case of what takes your eye, go buy. Obviously, the longer you're there, then the more sort of attuned you get to things, because sometimes you just see similar things everywhere. So maybe hold off for the first day or two, scope around, see what they have, and then start thinking, oh, that's a bit more unique, that's higher quality. But otherwise, just have fun. It's like going into a sweet store and wanting everything that you see. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.